Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. We are continuing the Best of Skincare 2019 series, and today's video is going to be the best serums. If you've been on this channel for kind of any length of time, you may have observed that I rather like serums. So I'm excited about this video, even though it was honestly very difficult to narrow down my top picks. We're going to cover 8 serums today, and let me tell you some of the kind of criteria that I use to pick my absolute favorites. First off, none of these, in my opinion, are extraordinarily expensive. Even with the most expensive product in this video, it's a larger size container than the standard 1 ounce for what, $80? We're not going to have any of those 1 ounce for $80 serums in this video at all. Because in my personal opinion, you really don't have to pay exorbitant amounts of money for good skincare. Secondly, almost every one of these serums today has no silicone in it. I got to really thinking about this and my preferences and what I really like in a serum and results. And I realized that the best results I've seen from serums have been from serums that have either very little amounts of silicone or none at all. And I think it makes a lot of sense if you think about where a serum is in your skincare routine. It's fairly early on. And I don't want to make this sound like I'm saying silicones are dangerous for you. I don't think that at all. I actually like them in primers, maybe even in some moisturizers. But yeah, I think my serums work best if they don't have a lot of silicones. Also, all of these serums are alcohol-free. Most of them are fragrance-free. I will make sure to tell you when they are not. But yeah, generally speaking, I have done a lot of sorting throughout this entire past week. Like maybe this one, no, this one is better. So I hope that this video is helpful to you. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with my best overall serum, the one that I think will work for all skin types, the one that I think will enhance pretty much anybody's skin. And I know at least some of you can guess it, because I cannot stop talking about this serum. It is indeed the Peach & Lily Glass Skin Serum. Let's go ahead and start with running through the issues that Peach & Lily claims this targets. We have dullness and uneven skin tone, rough skin texture, wrinkles, fine lines, sagging, dehydrated skin, redness, and inflammation. And if you look at the ingredients in this product, everything lines up with those claims. But beyond that, there's nothing irritating in here. It's one of few serums where I feel comfortable recommending it for anybody because I don't think it's going to cause any kind of an allergic reaction. And I almost feel like it's the actual act of using this that is the delight of this product. It's so lightweight, it just absorbs into your skin instantly so that even if you have more oily or combo skin, you're going to enjoy this product. If you have dry skin, you're going to love the hyaluronic acid, how it plumps out your skin. You're probably going to want to make sure you have a good occlusive over it. But again, it's a great serum, great for layering. You can use this alongside of other serums. It's just really such a beautiful serum that goes with everything, goes with every skin type, and has nothing to it that I can really critique. Let's move on to the best overall drugstore serum. For this, I'm going to pick the Physicians Formula Gold Serum. Now, I don't have this with me anymore. I finished off my bottle, so I'll have to put it up on the screen. And I think drugstore products sometimes can be really tricky for YouTubers to talk about because sometimes they want to, seem real relatable and be like, this is just as good as this $100 serum. In my honest opinion, I would go for the Peach & Lily one that I just talked about over this. It's why I don't have this one presently. But do I think it's better than some serums that are $200? Yes. And the reason for this is because Physicians Formula made a very straightforward, no-nonsense serum. And if you haven't gathered it by now, that's what I like to see. This serum has no alcohol, it has no fragrance, it is very high in niacinamide, it contains peptides. Now it does have a couple ingredients that I kind of roll my eyes at, including gold. And the collagen in here, probably not going to do a ton for your skin. But the bottom line with this serum is that, honestly, if I found myself going, oh no, I forgot to pack a serum, I'm traveling someplace, I gotta just go pick up a cheap one to tide me over, this is absolutely the serum that I would grab. And if you want to make it better, don't ever forget that you can always go to The Ordinary and buy something as simple as their hyaluronic acid serum, layer it with this, and right there you have made a very good, well-rounded serum by using the two of them together. Next up, my pick for the best serum for dry skin. Now, y'all probably know I do have dry skin. That made this really, really difficult. By far, this is the category that I kept writing down notes for, scratching them out, replacing it, going back to my original, just going back and forth. I think in a lot of ways I didn't want to pick a $70 serum for this category, but I'm going to because the truth is, the PRIMERA Wild Seed Serum is my favorite for dry skin. Before this serum, I'd always felt like serums absolutely need that occlusive layer after them in order for my skin not to feel dry. I mean, I take time between the steps in my skincare routine. I apply my serums, I wait for them to absorb, and sometimes in this step, my skin actually starts to feel a little bit dry, and then I'm like, oh, it's definitely time, we got a layer now. I've almost forgotten to finish my skincare routine because this product leaves my skin feeling so hydrated, and I really do think that's its strength. They claim that the ingredients in it, the soy and the black bean, are to strengthen your moisture barrier, and I do believe that. You know, you shouldn't have that dryness feeling. It's not a good sign for your moisture barrier, so I think they do have something going on with this product, but there are a couple of things that I don't particularly love, like the fact that it does have fragrance. It does have some dimethicone, but it is lower in the ingredients than almost all American serums. That's actually a trait you might notice throughout this video. I've actually picked quite a few Korean beauty products. Now again, don't feel like you absolutely have to run out and buy this. If you do have dry skin, yes, it is my pick for dry skin, but I will tell you that I feel you can get similar results by using any other serum in this video, such as the Peach and Lily, and then throwing a little bit of oil on top of it. It kind of creates a similar feel. In fact, maybe part of why you're getting that from this product is that it does contain shea butter, so you're getting some occlusives in this product, which leads me to conclude that's probably part of its secret. Best serum for oily skin. As you can imagine, this is a little bit of a harder category for me, but I had to think about what serums had my skin looking good, but I didn't necessarily love the texture. For example, I felt like my skin was still quite dry after using it, but I still like the formula overall. So I'm gonna go with the KLAIRS Rich Moist Soothing Serum. This is actually one of the cheapest products in this entire video because even though it is $22, this is 2.7 ounces of serum in here. This serum absorbs faster than almost any other serum that I've tried, especially against those that do not contain alcohol. If you put alcohol into your serum, it'll absorb a little faster. This one does not. I do feel like at least part of that high absorption rate is that they are using betaine in here instead of glycerin. It's something that stood out to me ever since I tried Babor's ampoules, which use that as well. Just really, really fast absorbing ingredient. In addition to that, this contains sodium ascorbyl phosphate, one of my favorite forms of vitamin C that also works on acne. So again, if you have oily skin and you do have acne, this may be a great option for you. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks with this. I would not recommend this for sensitive skin because even though on a technicality it does not contain the word fragrance, it still contains some fragrant ingredients such as citrus oil as well as lavender oil. Not everybody reacts to those and some people like to have them in their serum, so I still thought that it would be a good option to include in this video. Sensitive skin next, and this one might be also shocking to you because I'm gonna go with a clean, natural brand. It is the HERBIVORE BAKUCHIOL serum. So the reason this is such a surprise to me is that if you do have sensitive skin, you've probably learned to avoid anything labeled natural. Natural skincare typically has a whole bunch of fragrant ingredients, essential oils all over the place, but this product doesn't. Instead, it's really high in aloe, which is such a cooling, soothing ingredient. I've used this several times when I started to have minor irritation or just any kind of sensitivity, and it really instantly calmed that. But it's so much more than aloe. It also contains PHAs, which are those very gentle exfoliants. Of course, it contains bakuchiol, which is incredibly interesting, and if you want more information on that, I'll link my retinol video in the description box below. It's such an incredibly beautiful serum overall, and the reason I wanted to pick this for sensitive skin is because, again, it addresses such a variety of concerns. Whether you're targeting anti-aging, whether you're targeting acne, it works for both of those and yet is suited for sensitive skin. That is difficult to find. And then we're gonna get into individual skin issues. I'm gonna start with the best for acne, and I'm gonna go with the INKEY List's beta-hydroxy acid. Now, you might be surprised if you saw my INKEY List video that I'm putting the INKEY List in this video. However, The Ordinary has stopped making their 2% salicylic acid, and the more I got to thinking about this, the more I realized, you know what, this actually is a really nice, well-rounded serum. This one is a very simple formula. It's 2% hyaluronic acid, plus some zinc, which is excellent for oil control, plus some hyaluronic acid. So you're still getting some of those anti-aging, plumping type of ingredients. No fragrance, no alcohol. Very clean formula overall. I mean, really the only drawback with this is myself, as well as quite a few other people, don't love the packaging, but for $11 for an ounce, it's a great option. And again, if you have oily skin, and you do have sensitive skin as well, this is the one that I would recommend for you. Now, not everybody has acne with oily skin. Some people have acne in spite of having dry skin or hormonal acne, and I have a very different recommendation for you because I relate to you. We have the same skin type. And I know that it sounds really wild every time I bring this out, but I have to say it one more time. The Too Faced Hangover Good in Bed Serum is my pick here. This is a probiotic serum. Here's the thing with probiotic skincare. There are a lot of really pricey probiotic serums out there. Too Faced managed to do it for $39. And overall, it's a really gorgeous formula. It's rich in antioxidants. It's got those probiotics in there. You're getting 2 forms of hyaluronic acid, no alcohol. Now, there is a small amount of fragrance. That's always a drawback every time I mention it, but for me, it does work. So it does make it a product where you're gonna want to at least patch test it, but what I do with this is when it's that time and I start seeing the acne begin to surface, I use this as my first serum and then I follow with my salicylic. Helps every time. And then finally, best for irritated skin. Now, the reason I'm separating this out from sensitive skin is that I do think irritated skin is something different. Irritated skin is the result of maybe you had an allergic reaction, maybe you broke out and your skin is recovering for it. In that case, I really do think that you need a very specific targeted treatment. And I know I'm a broken record on exactly what it is, but yes, it's snail, and thus I have chosen the Black Snail Restore Serum. Now, this one is 70% snail extract as opposed to the 96% that COSRX Essence was in my last video. So I do think if the texture of that is too much for you, I would highly recommend you try this product. I really, at this point, I will never be without snail in my bathroom because if I have irritated skin, and I irritate my skin fairly often, this is the best treatment for it. You're getting niacinamide, antioxidants, go-to cola water. It's just such an incredible formula, and it's $16. I'm telling you guys, snail is such a game-changing ingredient. No matter what skin type you have, I highly recommend you keep some snail around. Whether you go with COSRX, whether you go with this serum, I don't care, but you will thank me later if you run into irritation, because what snail does on irritated skin is just calms it, helps it to heal faster. It is absolutely and unquestionably one of my favorite skincare ingredients out there. So there is one final category for this video, and that is best for anti-aging. This is the most complicated category by far, in my personal opinion, so rather than list you a couple of my favorites here, I'm instead going to direct you to my best of vitamin C video and my best of retinol video. I absolutely believe in those 2 ingredients. That's why I dedicated entire videos to them. However, it's very difficult to just sit here and say, oh, this is the best one of the vitamin C serums, for example, because they do different things. There's so many different forms of vitamin C for you to choose from. Same deal with retinol. There's different forms of retinol, and I think it's better to just kind of educate yourself on what those ingredients do so that you are able to pick the best product for you. So that is everything I have for my best of serums video. I actually removed my exfoliating serums. I'm gonna save them for the best of peels video, so that will be coming. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything in this series. And if you liked this video, please give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.